there. Welcome. Welcome to the Float Spa. How are you doing? Good. I'm well, thank you for asking. Do you have an appointment with us today? No? That's fine. Most of our flotation tanks are free today anyway. I'll just take a few details from you if you don't mind. Okay. What is your name? Nice name. And your date of birth? Perfect. And do you have an email address we can contact you on? We just do special offers and things like that. We don't share your email with anyone. Okay. Could you spell that bit out for me? And how did you hear about us? Everyone hears about us that way. It's almost not worth advertising. Okay, perfect. A few basic questions. Do you ever feel claustrophobic? Do you have claustrophobia or a fear of confined spaces? No? Good. Do you have a fear of the dark? Good. Do you have any medical conditions that we should be made aware of that might affect your ability to float with us today? Good. Perfect. So have you, I didn't even ask you, have you ever floated before with us? Have you ever floated in general? Huh. You're in for a treat then. Floating is a fantastic, almost transcendental experience. Incredibly relaxing. So I guess, how would I describe it? Well, firstly, you're going to get into some water, okay? And that water is going to be densely saturated with salt, hence the term flotation. You will go into that tank and you will lie there and you'll just naturally float. You won't have to make any effort. You just won't sink in the water. And the water is heated to the perfect body temperature, so that when you go in there, you will feel it as little as possible. And it'll feel almost like floating in space. So a lot of our clients, they just lie there, eyes closed, arms by the side. But you can also float with your arms above your head or to the side. The flotation tanks are very big, so you're not going to touch the sides or anything like that. Okay? So, each flotation tank has its own private room. So you'll go inside, and to the left there's a little bench there, and you can put your belongings there. You can lock the door. And then to the right there's a little shelf. And on that shelf there's complimentary water that you can use. And there's also little packets of petroleum jelly, I think they're called. Now, because the water is so very salty, if you have cuts or grazes, it might sting, just a very little, but it might sting a little. So we recommend you take the jelly and you put it on any cuts you might have, just a thin coating. And there are also some earplugs in there, just so you can stop yourself from getting salt water if you wish in your ears. I don't use them, but you can use them if you wish. Okay. And then in the left-hand corner, there's a shower. So you shower fully before you get inside the tank. And then when you get out, you shower again, because you'll have a certain level of salt residue on you and you want to wash that all off. It's just, can feel a little bit, but you can just feel the salt otherwise. So I recommend that. Now the tank itself. So the tanks we have here are very large. Some places use the type of the clamshell type flotation tanks, but they're not as good because you don't really have the room just to float anywhere that you want. So when you get inside ours, they're fully built. You could easily stretch your arms out and not touch the sides, which is really what you were looking for, right? So you get inside the tank, there's a glass door. Just get inside the tank and then close that glass door. The main room is on timer switch, so it will turn off after about a minute or 2 minutes and go black. If at any time you want that light back on, you just have to reach your hand out, open the door, and it'll click straight back on, okay? The tank itself does have lighting, however, so when you come into the tank, I think it's a blue light that you can see that's coming up from the water. Very pleasant, very relaxing. And what else? Yes, there are 3 switches, okay, when you come in. The first is a little dial, just on your right hand side, and that controls the music, okay? So there's some nice relaxing spa music in there that you can listen to, and you can turn it right the way down and to off, so you don't have to listen to the music if you don't choose to. There's also a green button. Now if you press that green button, you just tap it, it changes the colour of the lights. So tap it, goes to green, tap it, it goes to blue. Now if you press it down, it will switch the lights off entirely. Some people like to float in the darkness. It helps with visualizations, but I think both ways are equally relaxing. If you hold it down for 3 or 4 seconds, then the lights are set on to slowly rotate from different colours. That's very pleasant. That's what I always do. I have them rotate the lights. Yes, I would say half of the time I have the lights on. The other half I might not have the lights on. But either way you prefer. And the third button is I think it's a white, sort of slightly glowing button. That is the intercom, okay? So if for any reason you need to get in touch with me, you just press that button and I'll be there. We have a few options with regards to you going into the flotation itself. So most of our clients, they just go in, but some of them like to do guided meditations. So I offer a meditation at the start where I'll just take you through some of the basic elements, help you bring your mind to rest and relax. And then I tend to do a few visualizations. You see, in the complete isolation, some of our customers see very pleasant, gentle colours or hallucinations. And so I do some visualization steps so that you can imagine yourself in certain scenarios. And people find that very relaxing. Or you can just go in on your own and just enjoy the entire ambience. What do you think? Well, I would recommend doing the guided meditation for your first time, definitely. That way you can be eased into the process. And then maybe for the first half of your experience, we'll have you go through the guided meditation. But the second half can be on your own, for your own relaxation. What do you think? How does that sound? Okay, good, perfect. Do you have any questions for me? No? Okay. Well, as I say, I'm only needing to come away anyway. Okay. So if you'll come with me, I'll show you to the booth, okay? The actual chamber itself. And once I let you in, I'll give you 5-6 minutes to go through the motions. And then just tap that button when you're ready, and we'll go through the guided meditation, okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, it's this way. Come this way. Hello again. Can you hear me through the speaker? Okay, great. Imagine yourself drifting away to a new elevation of conscious thought. All thoughts wash in and out of your mind gently. Don't worry about them. Just let them come and go as they do naturally. Feel the weightless feeling across your entire body. Feel the water slowly lap against your sides. You're suspended in a calm, cool sea. It's so calm, it supports you so perfectly. It's like floating in space, surrounded by stars. Your entire consciousness is blending into the background. So much you don't know where you begin and the galaxy starts. You are at one with everything. Are you ready to try some visualizations? Good. Let's begin. Breathe in and out gently. With each breath, you feel that soft cloud you're on rising up. Mist slowly runs across your skin and gives you warm tingles across your entire being. Everyone who inhabits this tiny magical world is at peace and filled with a contented glow. You're sitting by a lake. The cool breeze running over its surface caresses you and balances out the heat of the sun. As the sun slowly sets, the wind too becomes calm until everything is pure silence. You are a drop of rain falling in slow motion from high above. The air supports you as you fall and carries you down to a silver pool of water below. As you touch down on the surface, you melt into a cosmic unity. You're slowly rising upward on a current of air. A busy city sits on the horizon, and yet all is silence and peace. Your thread of calm stretches out and brings all souls within your sight to a state of harmony. With each connection, you become more and more and more at peace with the world. I'll leave you now to just enjoy the peace and tranquility. Let all those troubles float away. Everything is as it should be. All is well.